Hello, who just joined me? I don't have my music tonight because I'm broadcasting from my computer. Hi, Keisha. Hi, Marcus. How's everybody doing tonight? Hi, Lily. I didn't have my music tonight because I'm broadcasting from my laptop. So, how's everybody doing? Hi, Tamala. What a day. It's the end of March, March 31st, and what a March it has been. We had a great month as far as our business, a record breaking month actually, during all of this chaos, which God is good for that. Um, but I really just wanted to come on tonight to just chat with you. I have my pajamas on. I did go out today to go to Walmart. We actually just came back. That's why I'm a little frazzled. We were putting up our groceries and trying to clean up everything. And so I just wanted to kind of give you some quarantine tips. I've been watching a lot of videos, and I posted earlier this week some tips on getting healthy. And I really had to put myself into a reality check because I have been eating horrible. And I think it was a little bit of stress eating, a little bit of not knowing what was going to happen, not really caring about my health. I shouldn't say that not caring about my health, but caring about my healthy habits, I should say. And so I had to actually have a reality check. My stomach started to feel horrible. I started to feel bloated. My face is still, I have carb, what I call carb face, because I normally do keto all the time. And so I had to really give myself a reality check. And I wanted to just talk to you all. I've been watching a lot of videos on ways to combat the coronavirus. If you've been exposed to it, ways that it won't affect you as much, because I do believe, um, I don't know that we can avoid being exposed to it. I'll be honest with you. I think the state of our immune system is going to determine how our body reacts to it. So I don't know if any of you saw what I posted about getting healthy, but you right now you really need to, fill your body with a lot of vitamins and minerals, and your vitamins are your food. Food are your vitamins. Food is thy medicine, and medicine is thy food. I think I've said that before. And so today is day 2 for me. I went ahead and, checked myself before I wrecked myself and started back eating healthy and, started back on keto. And when I'm done, I'm going to post a link to a video of two people that I watch a lot. And it's Dr. Mindy Pelt Hall. And she is talking about the immune system and ways to combat the coronavirus. And it's 51 minutes. So I know we all are home. Most of us are home unless you're an essential worker. So just put it on while you're in your office or while you're cooking or whatever, and listen to the entire video, because it's going to shed some light on why I decided to change what I'm doing. So I hope you all are safe. I hope all of your family members are doing okay. I personally know about 10 people that have been exposed to the virus um, on different degrees of how it has affected them. And it's actually troubling uncertain times. And so I just came on tonight to encourage you, because this is a spiritual warfare. This is affecting us mentally, it's affecting us physically, it's affecting us financially, it's affecting us in every aspect of our lives. And so um, I'm in my office right now. I've, obviously been working from home, and I have not been out since last Tuesday, since I came to you guys last Tuesday. Hey, Draz. So I wanted to just chat with you tonight about how we can really stay sane and, make the most of this time. And so the first thing that I want to say first and foremost is that our Dolores Sanan has a prayer group going every night at 9 o'clock. And you can send in prayer requests, and I'm going to share that information with you. I'll actually put it down here. I think we put it in the last live, but the number is 978-990-5000. And the access code is 516417. And if you know of anybody that needs prayer, you can send it in ahead of time to ask them to be prayed for. So now more than ever, we all need to pray. The one thing that I can say about what is going on is that we are all on a level playing field. It does not matter who you are, what you have, who you know. All of us are being affected by this. So the one thing a few things I want to share with you tonight. The first thing that I want to share is why we need to eat healthy. And shame on me. I probably fell into the same trap you guys fell into, just eating whatever, because I was really enjoying the time with my family and thinking about all these things I'm going to cook. And we just went to the store today, and I was just telling Derek that, I wanted him to, not eat as much sugar. And the first thing he picked up was a big old box of honey buns. And I looked at him and I'm like, didn't I just say, don't do any sugar? He's like, but it's only $3. I'm like, that's why it's only $3. But in this video that I've been watching for the last week, I've been watching and reading about how you can boost your immune system. And I'm sure that a lot of us, are taking plenty of vitamin C and all of this. But the key to not allowing viruses or any type of illness to live in your system is to keep your insulin low. That is why people with diabetes, people with any type of health issues, heart disease or any of that, it's affecting them a little different. And keto happens to keep your blood sugar low, and it will help you fight off disease. It keeps your body pH balanced. I'm going to share what I call a quarantine cocktail with you tonight too. But what that does is what I've been doing, and before I, went off the rails, I intermittent fast for 16 hours. So I eat my first meal at noon, and I actually intermittent fast for longer than that, but I eat my first meal at noon, and I try to have all my meals done by 6. And of course, half of the time when you're intermittent fasting, you're sleeping, and it allows your body to actually get into fat burning mode, and it lowers your insulin. So lower insulin will help fight off disease. Consuming vegetables, fruits and vegetables. With keto, you don't eat a lot of fruit. You can do berries. You can do berries and lemons and limes and things like that are chock full of vitamin C. But it's important now more than ever. Hi, Cheryl. Great month, by the way. We had the Diamond Divas had an amazing month. We had a record-breaking month this month. So thank you all for your hard work. Thank you, Lily. I think I saw you on here. Thank you, Jewel, all of our team. But we really need to put things into perspective. This is our opportunity. This just needs to be a total reset. This is our opportunity to get our mind, body, spirit, and our health right. We don't know how or if we're going to be exposed to the virus, but what we want is to have our body in the best condition so that if we are, we recover from it and it doesn't affect us, the way that it's affecting a lot of people. So what I posted on there, sweating, working out and working up a sweat helps your body as well. So if you have had a chance to see the 5 steps to a healthier you, it says to work out 5 days a week, to eat healthy. Fasting for 23 hours, no more than 24 hours, will allow your body to kill off all of the bad cells that are in there. So I don't, if you can just put in the chat for those of you that are interested in doing keto or interested in eating healthy. You don't have to do keto, but I implore you to not eat and not add any unnatural sugar. If you are going to eat fruit and vegetables, things that have sugar that are occurring naturally, that's fine. But these are just some tips that will help you to survive this virus. So that is the health part of it. Infrared. I know everybody doesn't have an infrared sauna and all those different types of things that we may have at home, but even just steaming in a shower, staying in a shower for a little bit longer, turning the water on and letting it steam will help your body. So I wanted to share that with you. To start keto, you cannot have any bread. I've done this before, but I'll say it again because everybody wasn't on there. But in order to do keto is like 65 to 75% fat, 20% protein, and 5% carbs. And the carbs should come from veggies, all cruciferous veggies, no potato, no starches whatsoever, no grains, no breads, no rice, or any of that. And what it's going to allow your body to do is going to keep your insulin levels low, and it is going to help you fight off any nasty viruses, especially the coronavirus. So like I said, I've been watching videos and reading on YouTube and reading online on ways that we can, starve this virus out or, beat it. Because, like my husband is going to work every day. He's an essential worker. He's coming home, and whatever I can do, I'm in the house. I went out today, but whatever I can do to help him and to help us, I want to do it, and you. And so I want to share this keto cocktail with you. And it's crazy. It's not crazy because I was talking to one of my best friends last night on the phone, and I made this for Derek to drink every morning in Devon. But when she was talking to me, it was confirmation for me because she was telling me that someone down in Texas told her about the drink and that it helps coronavirus. And then one of my business partners, Lanier Harris, I saw on his page that he posted it. I don't know if he posted it late last night or early this morning about the same drink. I don't know if he heard it from the same place, but I call it the quarantine cocktail, and I will post it afterwards. We call it the keto cocktail, but the reason that it works, and I'll explain it in a minute, is because it has everything you need to fight off the virus. It is 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. You could do up to a tablespoon of lemon juice if you want. I put a 4th teaspoon of cayenne pepper, a 4th teaspoon of ginger, and a 4th teaspoon of turmeric in some warm water, warm to hot. It's almost like you're making an apple cider tea. Drink it every morning on an empty stomach. And this will help you. Diane said boot camp eating. Oh, this will help you ward off corona. This will help. The apple cider vinegar is going to help balance your pH. It's going to, whenever I have feel any type of way about anything, I drink apple cider vinegar because it raises the pH in your body so much. Normally viruses can't live there. And the lemon juice has vitamin C in it. The turmeric is healing. Ginger is healing. And the cayenne pepper is just a good combo. It also helps you burn fat. But in this case, it keeps off the corona cooties. So I call it the quarantine cocktail, and I will post it down here so that you have it. But I mean, it can't hurt to drink it every morning on an empty stomach until this thing boils over. And it's crazy that 2 other people that I know that I didn't even know were drinking it are almost drinking literally the exact same thing. I think Dolores puts black pepper in hers instead of cayenne pepper. So that's just another suggestion for you. It's just a troubling time. So I don't want you to be troubled. I don't want you to be discouraged. But we're human. We don't know. We've never experienced this before. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know where this is going. And, I just want to try to encourage everyone to have faith. The church is being attacked right now because I'm sure all of you have seen that they had a revival, and some people went to the revival and they got sick. And, I've seen a lot of posts about, the church shouldn't have had it and all these different types of things. And I agree, it should have been canceled. But, there's nothing that you can do about it now besides pray. And, I still stand on my faith in God. I do believe that this, obviously nothing happens without God allowing it to happen. And the one thing that I will say is that we will be forever changed. We will be forever changed when we come out of this. I think we've come back together as people, as families. We have, came back to what's important, what's really important in our lives. And it's not the stuff that's important. So let's see. Zarina said, wow, I had that the other day when I was feeling sick. It helped, but added garlic. Yes. It helps break your fever. I mean, what is the worst that can happen? You take it and it doesn't work. But the apple cider vinegar helps to keep the pH balance. And from what I've been reading about, the coronavirus, is that, it can't function in a pH balanced environment. But, wherever there's a lot of sugar and a lot of glucose, everything grows. Cancer, infections, all of that. It's like a breeding ground for everything, bacteria. So if you can eliminate the sugar from your diet and maybe try this cocktail in the morning, I think it would really help. They said drink plenty of warm liquids. And even if you can't exercise, you don't have exercise equipment, next week, I promise, next week, I'm going to be down in my home gym and I'm going to show you some exercises. I might post them throughout the week, but I'm going to show you some exercises you can do at home. Most of you have probably heard by now that they have extended the quarantine until April 30th. So you have 30 days to change yourself physically on the inside and out. So the one thing that this video that I will post said is that the changes are immediate. If you start to eliminate sugar and start to drink, the apple cider vinegar and all this stuff, the changes are immediate from day to day. So it's not going to take you a week to start to feel better. You'll start to feel better day by day. So whatever we can do, obviously testing is limited. They're limiting who they will allow to take the coronavirus test, or COVID-19, or whatever they want to call it. So if you are in your home and you are self-quarantined, these are just some ways you can help yourself. A lot of all of these things that I mentioned, if you don't have access to the store, you can order them on Amazon and have them delivered. I do believe Amazon is not doing next day. They're doing a couple of day delivery. But I mean, if it arrives in a couple of days and it's going to help you feel better, it'll help you feel better. The other thing that I wanted to mention, I mentioned the prayer line, is our spirit man. We're nervous, we're scared, we're afraid. But, the Bible says, don't be afraid. So just know that God is in control. And, we just have to keep praying for everybody that we know that's affected. I mean, like I said, I know a lot of people that have been affected by it. And so during this month, this is your opportunity. You can come out of this better than you went in. So my 5 steps, I'm going to open up my phone so I can read them to you. I created this myself. And actually, God gave me this vision back in December. And I introduced it in my keto group. I didn't introduce it in my Tuesday tidbits because I wanted them to try it out first to see if it worked before I introduce it to you. But I thought, since we're all in the same boat, now would be a great time for all of us to get ourselves together. And it's not about vainness or how you look. This is about your health and putting your body in the best possible position to survive this coronavirus or whatever, effects it's going to have on you and your family. So I'm going to just open my phone and read this to you. Any questions about keto? I'm trying to get to it. Hold on. Okay, so my 5 steps are eat clean. So it's 5 days of clean eating. And right now, you should be eating as many vegetables and fruit as you can. On the keto diet, they don't allow fruit, but they do allow berries, strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries. But those have all the vitamins you need. If you can get a good salad in every day with some fruits and veggies, you're going to feed your body all the vitamins that it needs without having to actually take a supplement. If you have vitamin C supplements, excellent. Mega dose on vitamin C, you should be taking zinc and vitamin D. All those things together will help boost your immune system. No starches, no sugars, no bread, no artificial anything that's not has sugar and it's not natural, meaning sugar. Cereal, none of that. All of that's out. You can have a 0-calorie soda, but just know that if you drink 0-calorie soda, it may spike your insulin. The goal here is to keep your insulin levels low, because if you keep your insulin levels low, the viruses and bacteria will leave your body. Hi, Mary. Excellent prayer last night. Yes, I'll talk about intermittent fasting. Drink at least 4 gallons of water a week. And they're telling us if we keep our system flushed out with water, that will help as well, so that the virus doesn't, harbor in your lungs. You'll keep your system flushed out. 3 days of cardio, and 2 days of weight training. And if you don't have the means, it's been kind of cool outside, to go out and just take a walk. If you have stairs in your house, you can go up and down the stairs. Go up 1 flight of stairs, do 10 jumping jacks, go back down the flight of stairs, do 10 jumping jacks. You don't need any equipment to work out. And I will cover that next week. Okay, Keisha says, I do intermittent fasting. My body is used to it. However, I'm gaining my weight back and feeling crappy. Okay, I'm going to talk about intermittent fasting. Then 1 day a week, a 24-hour fast. During this time with viruses, they say you should not fast for any more than 24 hours. Once a year, I go on a 7-day water fast, and I kind of give my body a reset. It's normally right after Thanksgiving that I do it, because I probably have eaten horrible on Thanksgiving. But fasting is healing to your body. What it does is it kills off any bad cells. So intermittent fasting, there's a video that I had posted about keto that I'll reference, that you can go back and watch. But I'm going to just spend a little time on intermittent fasting. And Keisha, if you're doing intermittent fasting and you're eating regular, that's probably why you're gaining your weight back. When you do intermittent fasting and you eat regular, what you're doing is you're spiking your insulin really, really high. And then that whole time that you're fasting, your body is trying to bring that insulin level back down. So by the time it's time for you to eat again, you haven't burned any fat. So that is why you may be gaining some weight. If you time your meals and maybe only eat 1 to 2 meals during the intermittent fasting time, you're going to give your body enough time to burn off all of that glucose and then get into fat burning mode. But if you never give your body enough time, it's never going to burn off all the glucose. That is where exercising works. What I normally do is I get up in the morning, fasted. I do a fasted workout. So before I eat anything, because I eat my first meal until noon or later, when I get up in the morning, I work out, because any glucose that's left over in my system, because I have not been eating right, I start to burn it with the workout. It jump starts burning all of the excess sugar. So there's different types of intermittent fasting. There's what we call the 16-8. So you fast for 16 hours and then you have an 8-hour eating window. During that eating window, you can eat, 1 meal, 2 meals, 3 meals. I normally eat 2 to 3 meals because I'm trying to level out my insulin so that during my fasting time, my body is not working so hard to get my insulin levels low. There's also what they call OMAD. That's 1 meal a day. That means you're fasting for 23 hours and then you eat 1 meal a day. Some people do keto with 1 meal a day. Some people, pig out and eat whatever they want for 1 meal a day. But if you think about it, that's one insulin spike. You spike your insulin for that 1 meal, and then for the next 23 hours, your body is trying to burn off all of the sugar, if any, that you put in your body, and it levels it out. The reason that keto and intermittent fasting work so well is because keto is like intermittent fasting. Keto, when you eat keto, it keeps your insulin levels low. So you're pretty much burning fat 24/7. And in the meantime, you don't lose weight to heal your body. You heal your body to lose weight. And so your body is going to heal itself first. And then the weight will literally just fall off. But during this time now, it's so important now because with all the viruses going on, you want to have your body at an optimal level. So I can just kind of tell you what I eat. Like I can tell you what I ate yesterday and what I ate today and what I normally eat during the time when I'm doing keto. Like for the last week and a half or so, I have been eating like crap. My body feels like crap. My stomach has been messed up. I have Crohn's. My intestines and my stomach just started to say, girlfriend, you're going to have to get yourself together. So I had to come back because I know with my immune system, if I get infected with corona and I'm having a flare up, that is not going to be good for me. So I really just had to check myself before I wreck myself and bring myself back to reality. And that's why I'm sharing this with you. This is not a time for us to be having pity parties, stress eating, because that's really what all of us are doing. We're stress eating. We're bored. We're not used to being in the house. We're used to going. I pack my lunch every day. I have to stop and make myself eat at work. I don't have that problem here because I'm not doing anything else. But I mean, I'm working, but it's like I'm always going. So now I really just had to bring myself back to a reality check because after this, I don't want to be in a worse situation, than I went in. So for breakfast yesterday and this morning, I had a Bulletproof Coffee, and that is coffee. I had Kerrygold butter. I only eat Kerrygold butter. I put some collagen powder in there. I put some Nut Pods creamer, which is a non-dairy creamer. It's made with coconut. And I put ginger, turmeric, cinnamon, which is another good that helps you burn fat, and some drops of stevia. And I always and some cacao, some powdered cacao, which is very good high in magnesium. I put it in the blender and I blended it up, and it's delicious. It tastes like a Starbucks mocha choca. I don't know what it's called. I call it mocha chocolate yaya. But it's whatever that mocha coffee drink is. And I had some pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds are high in magnesium. It has all the vitamins. I had an 1/8 cup of pumpkin seeds. So that was my first meal. So yesterday, my second meal was 4 ounces of steak and with butter and cauliflower mashed potatoes. Today I had a big salad, and I'll tell you what I had in my salad. Y'all ready? And there's a method to my madness, and I'll tell you why. I had sauerkraut, which is a probiotic. I had beets, which is iron. I had hemp seeds. I had pecans. I had an egg, which is a complete protein. 2 slices of bacon, nutritional yeast. I had some blue cheese crumbles, and I had some Primal Kitchen ranch dressing that I put in my salad. and I mix it with a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. I call that my healing salad because within that salad has every vitamin and mineral that I need. And I had spring mixed lettuce and romaine lettuce. So you'll find that when you're doing keto, you're not going to be starved. You're actually going to have to make yourself eat. And the reason is your body is burning its own fat, but your body is also healing itself and putting up a shield of protection from this virus and any other virus that's trying to attack your body. All bad things hide in your fat cells. So your body starts to release all of those bad toxins that you've stored up in your fat cells in your body. So keto now more than ever, and for a few reasons. One, it's going to have you healthier when you leave. I mean, we come out of this quarantine, and it's going to help you to fight off the virus. Like I said, if you have vitamin C, hey Alicia, if you have vitamin C, you can take that. The other thing that I do salad smoothie. So if I don't have a salad, I have a smoothie. And in my smoothie, and I had a half of avocado in my salad. So my smoothie pretty much has the same thing, except for I don't have sauerkraut. And I always put some strawberries or blueberries in there. So I don't really want to bore you with what's in my thing because it sounds like a lot that I have in there, but everything that I eat has a purpose. And my body craves healthy food. I will tell you, when I am not eating good, I don't, I'm bloated, I just feel horrible. But when this quarantine happened, I was just like, forget it. We're going to eat, we're going to experiment. Well, I have experimented enough. So the other thing that I make, like I'll make coconut flour pancakes. There's so many things that you can have on keto and you don't feel deprived. But the video said, if you look on any medical website, the main thing that it tells you to fight off viruses and colds and flu is to lower your insulin. That is exactly why when people with diabetes get sick, get an injury, they don't heal from it well because their insulin is so high. That is why a diabetic can get a cut on their hand. The same, someone who's a normal person can get the same cut as a diabetic person, and they may have to get their hand amputated. It's simply because their body is too busy trying to lower their insulin levels and lower their glucose. It can't fight off anything else. So now is not the time to be filling up on sugar. Now is not the time to, I'm telling you everything that I've had. Cookies and ice cream, I ate all of it, but I just really had to snap myself back to reality because this thing is serious. I mean, it's serious, it's scary, and why not do as much as you can so that it doesn't affect you in the way that it's affecting everybody else. And most of the people that are really suffering from it have compromised immune systems. They're diabetic or something like that. And me personally, even my mom, she's like, you have to be careful too, because your immune system is compromised. And she's right. I have to be careful and be just as mindful as everyone else. So I had to get a snap back to reality. So are there any questions? Okay, Keisha said that makes so much sense. I eat twice a day, once at 12:30 and dinner before 6:30. Okay, Keisha, close the gap. Try not to have your meals more than 4 hours apart so that way you'll have more time to give your body time for the insulin to go down. So if you eat your first meal at 12:30, try to eat your second meal at 4:30, or push your first meal back to 2:30 and then eat your last meal at 6:30, and you should start to see a difference in your body. Okay, let's see what else I wanted to tell you. I had a whole little list here. Oh, I noticed, I wanted to just say too that I saw that one of my coworkers and a good friend of mine, Terrence Blount, lost his dad. Blair Broughton, she lost her father. And I'm asking for you guys to pray for the Woods family. Keep them in your prayers. There's just so much going on. But I want you to be encouraged, and whatever, all the things that we're doing now that we have this downtime, let's continue to do it. Let's continue to check on each other. Let's continue to FaceTime. Let's continue to, you know, support everything that, you know, endeavors, and all of the small businesses that are affected by this, that are being affected, that we're going to be off a month. Let's remember them, you know, when things get back up and going. They're going to need us more than the Walmarts and the big businesses. They have enough capital to survive. So, you know, I need you, you need me, we need each other to survive. Hi, Miss Maddie. So, any other questions about keto and intermittent fasting? There was something else I wanted to say, and I completely forgot. Hold on, let's see. I talked about the immune system. I talked about the prayer, not being discouraged. Oh, and the quarantine cocktail. Let me put this down there. Um, it's 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, lemon juice, and make sure you drink it on an empty stomach. I'm trying to type real fast. Okay, let's see if there's any other comments or questions. Okay, I call it the quarantine cocktail. So, you know, we just have to make sure that our spirit man is okay, that our mind, you know, our mind starts to wonder, and, you know, we start to second guess everything. We're worried, we're concerned. But all that I can tell you is there will be glory after this. This did not catch God by surprise. So we just have to trust him and, you know, go through it. It's a reset, just like Derek said. We have to hit the reset button. So it kind of brought us all back to reality, and we won't come out the same way we went in. So I just encourage all of you, if you have any questions about keto. Oh no, Denise, I'll go pick it up tomorrow. I didn't go that way today. I went to Walmart in Zion, but I'll go pick it up tomorrow because I have to go to the office and scan some more stuff in. I'll pick it up tomorrow. Thank you for whatever it is. But what was I saying? I forgot. Oh, so yeah. So we just have to, you know, try to be encouraged, try to encourage one another, and, you know, pray for those that, you know, have loved ones that are sick and they can't see them. And I think that's all that I have. Any other questions? Oh, if you want to join my keto group, just send me an inbox and I'll invite you into the keto group. In that group, I have all of the information that you need to start keto. And what I would tell you is don't be afraid of fat. The world has us afraid, you know, the standard American diet, which we call it the SAD diet, has us all messed up, has us eating all this processed food, and that is why we're in the situation that we're in. Not Our bodies are not even strong enough to fight off all of these diseases that are going on. If you are vegan, you can do vegan keto. Make sure you get the apple cider vinegar with the mother. And if you are you don't like the taste of the mixture, you can put a little stevia in it and just hold your nose and drink it down. Hold your nose and drink it down and just get it over with. Drink it with a straw so the apple cider vinegar doesn't mess up the enamel of your teeth. I always drink it with a straw, and let me know how it goes, if you like it or not. Okay, and then if you want to be a member of our keto group, just go into um, the messenger, and my husband is talking on the phone. Hold on. Just go into the messenger and send me a message, and I'll invite you into the keto group. In there, I have everything that you need to know about keto. And in there, I can coach you and tell you how to do it, help you with menus. There's plenty of meal ideas in there. It's not enough for me to cover on the live, but it's not just about losing weight. You are going to lose weight. I can tell you that right now. You're going to lose weight. But in this time, it's going to keep your insulin levels low and prime your body to be able to fight off the coronavirus. Pray for our country, pray for our leaders, pray for our healthcare workers, our grocery store workers, all of our essential employees that have to go out every day, that they stay safe. Okay, the pancake mix that is keto. Okay, Alicia. Okay, here is my recipe for it. This is what I make. I have this little waffle maker, the individual waffle maker, and I make the best coconut pancake waffles. You can make pancakes or waffles. The ingredients for them. The recipe that I'm about to give you makes 4 to 5 pancakes or waffles, and I normally take 2 to 3 blueberries and put them in there, make blueberry waffles. And I have this. It's called Lanco syrup that's made with stevia that tastes just like syrup that I put on it. So the ingredients for the coconut pancakes. Yes, he is. He's on the phone, Keisha. He's off now, I think. Okay, so the ingredients are 2 eggs. I'm going to type it in as I'm talking. 2 eggs, 2 ounces of cream cheese, and you mix that together really, really good until it's really creamy. 3 tablespoons of coconut flour. Oh, Lord, I can't spell coconut. 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla, and 1 teaspoon of stevia, powdered stevia or erythritol. And 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. And you mix it all up really, really good. And if you have the waffle maker, if you have a big waffle maker, it'll make the 4 waffles. But I have an individual waffle maker, and it makes 4 waffles. You leave it in the waffle maker for 2 to 3 minutes. I just normally put like 2 spoonfuls in the waffle, put 3 blueberries on top, in 2 to 3 minutes. It's delicious. I love breads and sweets and stuff like that. So for me to do keto, I have to have substitutes. And so the coconut flour pancakes I will make with some bacon or sausage in the morning. Absolutely delicious. So those are in the keto group. Those are just things that you can do when you're missing, your regular food. Like, for example, if I make my family bacon, eggs, and grits in the morning, I'll make cauliflower rice and bacon and eggs for me. Yesterday, I made my family baked potatoes and steak, and I had a salad, but I made myself cauliflower mashed potatoes and steak. So I'll post some pictures during the week as I do that, like my substitute of what I'm cooking them because they're eating normal and I'm eating keto. So I just improvise and just try to make myself feel like I'm not missing out on much. Yes, you can put the mixture in the refrigerator, Venus. It will stay in the refrigerator for 2 to 3 days. Yes, you can. So you can mix it up and make it. What I just make my waffles. I'll probably have those coconut flour waffles in the morning for breakfast because that's my heavy workout morning. Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays are my heavy workouts. Tuesday and Thursdays are my treadmill workouts. So I try to eat a little bit, not add any coconut flour or anything on those days. But it's all a mindset. And, they say it takes 21 days to create a new habit. And so since this is a reset for us, God does not have us, that's what I wanted to say. We are not quarantined for punishment. We are quarantined to be safe. So stop looking at it as a punishment or, oh, I can't go out or, that you're, frustrated about being inside. You're being protected. You're being safe. You're following instructions. You're being obedient. And the Bible says obedience is better than sacrifice. I went out today because I needed to I'm going to be making a pork roast tomorrow. So I had to go to the grocery store to get some things. But I went out. We had our mask on. We had our gloves on. We practiced social distancing. We went to the store and we came right on back home. So, go do what you need to do and come back. All these people having these parties, being disobedient, taking pride in being disobedient. It's really sad because the reality of it is it I may have it, it may not affect me, but I may come in contact with you and it may harm you because it's different. It's affecting each one of us different. So you're being irresponsible because you don't think you're sick. You could have the virus and then go and give it to someone else. So let's just make good decisions and do what's right so that the people that have to be out there, the people that have to work, that have to, go out, that we're not making it harder for them to be out there. Do what you need to do and come back. So, I know that everybody's afraid and, all these things, but just do what they're telling you to do. If you look at New York and all of that, everybody's making these memes about the mayor. And she's even, gotten in on the joke, but she is absolutely right. Sit your butt down somewhere and stay at home, because even if you are sick and you stay in the house for 14 days, you probably just saved somebody else's life by not going out. So like I said, it seems like Tuesdays are my days to go out because I went out last Tuesday to the grocery store, but I went to the grocery store, got what I needed, came home, cleaned, sterilized my house, and I'm back here already ready. Probably from what I bought today, I probably won't have to go out maybe for a couple of more weeks. But, you are not locked in. You are at home safe. So that's kind of how you have to look at it. And so, like I was saying, it takes 21 days to form a new habit. So think about all the things that you put on the back burner, all the things that you have wanted to do, but you didn't have the time to do it, all of the health changes that you wanted to make, but you didn't think you had the willpower. Now is the time to do all of those things. And I really had to slap myself on the wrist and say, shame on me, for eating the way that I was eating, because I was eating good for the last week and a half. But my body was like, no, this is not good for you. And, you don't want to come out of this and survive coronavirus and be sick with a Crohn's flare. So, just make good choices, come out wiser, stronger, better. We will get through this. We will survive. There's a song that is called "I Will Survive," and she's actually singing about a man. I'll post the song, but it says, "Took all the strength I had not to fall apart," and so don't look at it as you're falling apart. Look at it as you're falling together. Make good decisions. As we've seen in the news and in our local news, some of our decisions have hurt other people and affected other people. So we just need to do what's right and be obedient. And God will bless you for being obedient. The other thing that I wanted to say was that I've seen some people have posted about, don't be, I think it was Zarina. She was like, don't be online shopping and stuff. I agree. The first thing that I did, I paid my tithes because, the church still has to go on, but just because I trust God. But, let's just come out better than we came. Some of those things, I'm going to move a little different. I'm just going to move a little different when we come out of this, because look, I've been sitting here for 14, is it 14 days? No, it's not 14 days yet. Almost 7, 8, 9, 10 days with no makeup, no face beat, no outfits to wear. And I'm happy as ever. So, we're just going to look at things a little different. I do believe that you can, if you put your mind to it and you really decide that you want to be a healthier you, that you will find ways to exercise, you will find ways to eat right, and you make time and you prioritize what you want to do. And so, like I said, next week, I promise I will be down in my gym. I'm going to show you some workouts you can do where you don't need any equipment. You can use chairs in your house. You can use your stairs if you have stairs. You can use your body weight. So I'm going to show you some of those. But let this be the week that you try to revamp your diet, try to get healthy, try to make good food choices so that you will have the energy and stamina to work out. And sweating is good for you. Sweating is good for corona. Bringing heat to your body is good as well. I've read that. So, like I said, steaming in the shower, taking a really good hot bath, Epsom salt bath, or whatever you want to do, that's all good for fighting the virus. So, does anybody have any other questions about that? Michelle says, "Oh Lord, so was I eating?" Yeah, me too. I mean, girl, I was making everything. We were talking about what food we were. If we had a restaurant, what would be on the menu? I was making so much stuff, trying to create new things. Hi, Miss Jean. Hi, Aunt Betty. So if you don't have any more questions, like I said, if you want to join the keto group, you can. But if you go back to my page and you look, there's 5 steps to being a healthier you. The key is just to keep your insulin levels low. Keep them level. Like I said, that is why a diabetic person can get the same cut that you have and end up having an amputation, and you move on with life because their body is so busy fighting against their insulin and their glucose levels. So if you bring your glucose levels down, you can beat coronavirus. You can survive it. And if you do what I call the quarantine cocktail, drink that every morning. It will help pH balance your body. It will also help you burn fat. So, and I also wanted to say too, thank you all for the comments on my baby picture. When I look at that baby picture, I'm like, oh my God, I've always been a little diva. Thank you, Mommy, for dressing me so nice. Okay, the name of the syrup is Lanco. Venus, I'll post it in the group. I think I have a picture of it in the group. It's Lanco keto syrup. I will, let me see. Hold on. I'm going to go get a picture of it. Okay, here's the syrup. It's Lakanto maple syrup. Lakanto maple syrup. It's keto. I bought it on Amazon, and I think they sell it at Whole Foods. Oh my God, Candace, you made a lemon. You didn't. How come you didn't bring me some? Put me some on my doorstep. You still got some left? Candace is doing amazing on keto. Her daughter, Candace, your Nia called me. She's like, you didn't have no good snacks when she came home. She's like, oh my God, our house is empty. It has no good snacks. So good job. So this is sugar-free keto, and I put this on my coconut flour pancakes. The coconut flour pancakes will change your life because they only have like one or two carbs in them. They don't spike your insulin. This does not spike your insulin either. This is made with erythritol and stevia. It doesn't spike your insulin. So it's an excellent breakfast for those of you that are missing doing keto and you're missing breakfast. Oh, I can't talk. It's delicious. And those coconut flour pancakes are the bomb. I look forward to them. I would eat them every day, but I try to not, make a variation. Okay. Anything else? Any other questions about keto? Candace, if you make another pound cake, post the recipe in the group so that we can see it. But you can there's keto bread. There's, you can tomorrow I am making a pork roast, and my family will have pulled pork with barbecue sauce, and I will just have the pork roast. I have some collard greens that I had in the freezer, and then I'll eat cauliflower mashed potatoes or a salad with it. But fat is your friend. So fat is your friend, and fat is going to help you to fight off the coronavirus because fat does not spike your insulin levels. That is why it's so important. They have programmed us to not eat fat. And if you think about it, since the 1970s and 80s, since they have said low low fat and high carb, we've become an obese society. Do you fry them in grease or butter? Do I fry what? The pancakes in butter. You put them in butter. And Kerrygold butter is a grass fed butter, so that's the only butter that I use. But yeah, you put them in butter, Denise. But if you make it in the waffle maker, I get the avocado oil spray and just spray it on the waffle maker. But yes, butter. Okay, I hope you all next week, if possible, if you're going to try it, please be ready to give us some praise reports or how it works. And if you have any questions, just inbox me and I'll be happy to answer your questions about it. But every day you're making your body stronger and your immune system stronger to ward off coronavirus. Because like I said, you know, we don't know when this started. We don't know when this got in our system or whatever, or when this thing started in the world. So all that we can do is be positive, be prayerful, and put our bodies in the best possible position to fight. Should we encounter it, or, you know, come in contact with someone who has it, because it's all about how your immune system is, how it affects you. She says, Dollar Tree has several keto cookbooks. Yes, there's so much. Like later this week, I'm gonna make chicken breast, Parmesan crusted chicken breast. In the middle, I'm gonna put asparagus. I think I put that in the group with cheese in the middle. So good. So there's so much stuff that you can do. You can do keto lasagna. I have keto sugar-free spaghetti sauce, and I make the zucchini noodles. So if I make my family spaghetti, I'll make me spaghetti. So when I do show the keto menu and what I eat, what I make them normal and keto menu, I'll show you guys. I'll post pictures if it's not too much posting, because I since I've been at home, I've been posting a lot. But that's all I have tonight. It's 8:03. Thank you all for joining me. Don't forget to try the quarantine cocktail. If it's doesn't taste, you know, you don't like the taste of it, put a couple of drops of stevia in it. And the reason I keep mentioning stevia is because stevia is the only artificial sweetener that does not spike your insulin. Sucralose, God, I can't think of the other ones. I can't even think of them. The ones in the blue package, Sweet and Low, Splenda, all of those spike your insulin level because it mimics sugar. So, you know, you'll just ruin it and your insulin will spike up, and then your body's going to be constantly going to try to get it down. Zarina said that recipe was good in the group. Yes, there's so much. All you have to do is Google keto recipes. And now that you're home, you have plenty of time to experiment and try it. So, you know, this is the perfect time, because the one thing we all say is we don't have enough time. And I know me, it's like I'm always running. It's like I'm running here, I'm running there. Well, now you have plenty of time. And that's what I had to tell myself. There is no way that I'm going to sit here with all this time on my hands and get unhealthy, because that's exactly what I was doing. I was sitting here eating, and I would literally be eating and thinking about what I'm going to eat next. Like I'm like cooking in the kitchen, like, dear, what are we going to eat tomorrow? So it's like now I have a different mindset. I'm like, I need to be as healthy as possible. When we are finally back into the world, I want to move different. And so I don't want to have sat here and took myself 10 steps back after I've worked so hard to put my Crohn's in remission, to not have flare-ups. Then now I'm going to be sitting around here miserable. And the thing about it is, what I really had to tell myself, and I know I'm rambling on now, listen, they're not taking you at the doctor if you have anything other than corona. So the last thing that I need is to have a Crohn's flare and can't even go to the doctor. So I seriously had to have a real come to Jesus chat with myself and say, you know, this is not the way you should be eating. You know better than this. Get your life together. And so it just clicked. For me, it's everything's a mindset. Once I make up in my mind that is what I am going to do, my body follows it. So when I made up in my mind I was going to eat crazy, my body was like, come on with it. But then my stomach started to hurt. I started to get bloated, and it started to fight against me. But everything starts with the mindset. Once you make up in your mind, I'm not going to come out of this broke. I'm not going to come out of this depressed. I'm not going to come out of this unhealthy. I'm not going to come out of this with broken relationships when I have had nothing but time to mend them. This is your opportunity. We all keep saying we don't have enough time. You have plenty of time now. We are all doing the same thing. We're all sitting and thinking. And if you're consuming yourself with the news and all the negative stuff that is going on, you're going to drive yourself crazy. Every time you see something negative, pray over it and ask God to send you a positive thought. Because it's hard. It's hard not to be negative. It really is. But the reason that I put we're gonna make it, because it's a mind, body, and spirit thing, and they all have to go together. Or otherwise, they're going to be fighting against each other. Get your mind right, get your prayer life right, get your spirit man right, get your body healthy. We have 30 more days. Today is March 31st. They're saying we're going to be quarantined until April 30th. That's 30 days. It takes 21 days to create a new habit, and you can come out healthier. And if you do come in contact with the virus, it will just be like nothing ever happened, or just be like another cold. It does not, every sickness is not until death, and it does not have to affect you in the way that it's affected others. So if the news makes you anxious and makes you worried, pray about it and try to get some peace about it, because they're trying to inform us. They're not trying to put fear in our hearts. They're just trying to keep us informed. So that's exactly how you look at it. It's information, and how you process that information determines your outlook. So I just pray that you take this time to reset everything in your life, so that when we do come out of this, all of us will have a story to tell and a testimony to share, because there will be glory after this. There'll be glory and there'll be testimonies. And oh, what a time we will have when we can gather together again, together to worship the Lord in church. Like they said, some of us, it was just a formality for us to go to church every Sunday. And now we really realize how much we miss it. So, even work, it's like I miss, going to the office. I miss work. I miss my coworkers. I miss Jewel and Lily. We had a call yesterday just to be able to check on each other. And so there's little things we're going to appreciate each other a little more, I promise you. So we're going to come out better. We're going to come out stronger. We're going to come out wiser. And so if you have any questions about keto, if that is something you want to do, as soon as I'm done, I'm going to post a link to the video. Like I said, it's 51 minutes, but you have nothing but time. Watch the entire video, because there's going to be little nuggets in there, and it tells you how keto helps your immune system and gets you in the most optimum level to fight off coronavirus. So that's all I have tonight. Thank you all for joining me, and I will see you next week in my gym on Tuesday Tidbits. I'm going to give you some workouts that you can do, some one that you're going to totally probably be surprised that I'm doing, so that you can be a healthier, more vibrant, virus fighting you. So peace out. Have a good night, and thank you all for joining me.